It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New York Jets. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. First carry for Raheem Mostert. Breaks a tackle, now Allen. And they get him down, but not before he
Man, what the fuck was that? They slowed me the fuck down. You seen that shit?
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on third down. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here we go on 4th down. Fields. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Out of the gun, Fields. It's caught. Beckham. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Back to the running game with Mostert. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. On first down, Fields. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Fields. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Gano's kick is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go. 11, Thomas. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
Here's Walker to start the drive. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Raiders 10, Jets 7.
Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team.
You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Walker. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now a first down throw, Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns, his second sack of the night. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the running crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here we go.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is caught by Williams for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. 51 yards. And the Jets are once again back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. They snap it to Fields. He is going to find Hill here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Raiders will take the lead here.
I think I left you too much fucking time. Goddamn.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go into first half of play.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. A big play there just before halftime.
What is this game? Hey! Damn. Bruh, you shouldn't have caught that no way. Come on now. That's crazy. That was a fucking dot, boy. God damn.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And he rifles one incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A pitch comes to Walker, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here.
Punt it, man. You know you can get it back.
On line, ready? 11 mighty.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Now it's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Sticking with Walker on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's got this complete to Williams.
Oh, they cheated.
Touchdown, New York. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Sanders on for the extra point. Oh, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game. Sanders now to have the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Flush to his right. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Fields now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
76 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Mostert will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Gun.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Burrow. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Hands it off out of the gun. Pushes past him. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy,
But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This from 36 yards out. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here we go.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. On the move past the 40. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. And he's got it. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league,
hey, much respect to you, G. I learned a lot from you.
It's a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this score.
Yo, baby.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, man, it's all good, buddy.
The quick throw by
Gotta keep wifey right, bro.
touchdown, Jets. Chris Godwin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And oh, it's wide right. No good. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put
I'm gonna go ahead and nail that bitch out, bro.
Silver and black. They knew they needed a miracle. They had
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
onside kick. They didn't get it.
By the time I got a damn dub on your
Even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super